So here's how I missed out on over $500,000. I bought my very first condo for $150,000 back in the mid-2000s. Within a year, it had dropped in value by half. It was right in the middle of a financial crisis, and that experience, honestly, it scarred me. My wife and I were ready to upgrade a couple of years later, but we couldn't sell the property. So I became a landlord for about 10 years before finally selling for a tiny profit. I told myself, never again. So a few years later, I bought a home here in Phoenix for about $440,000, and then 7 years later, I sold it for $600,000. At the time, I thought I'd crushed it, until I looked on Redfin recently and I saw that same house is now worth around $1 million. And then it happened again with a property we owned back in Michigan. Bought it for $490,000. I sold it for $600,000. That home on Redfin is now worth $750,000. So all in, that fear that I carried from my first purchase, that emotional scar from all the way back in 2008, cost me well over $500,000 in missed equity and probably quite a bit in rent profit as well. The irony? I'm in the mortgage business. I help people build wealth through real estate every single day. But fear doesn't discriminate. It can make any of us play small, even when we know better. That first condo, even during the worst financial crisis of our time, I still made a profit. If there's one lesson I've learned, it's this: fear can cost you more than any market ever will. And, of course, that time my parents, Tim and Janet, told me how they'd made money on every single house they've ever owned. Yeah, they were right.